Hey, kia ora, Helen Brahms here, coming to you live from Mesa in Arizona. Hope you're all having a super fantastic, sparkling, fun Friday. Yes, it is the beginning of the fun week. Yay! So let's see. So this past week we got to build paper planes. I hadn't done them by yesterday morning. By last night it was a disaster. Despite how tired I was and everything else, I thought, I'm going to give it a go anyway. Yeah, I was not on my best plane building skills. I was throwing the planes, and I thought, I have made better paper planes than these things. Zeffy just sat there at the side, just looking at me like, what the hell are you doing? But it was all good. It was all fun, trying to design the planes, and my brain wasn't functioning very well, which I think is probably what was off a little bit. But, and it just reminded me that at times there are things in life that you have to be very precise with in order for them to work, and other times you can be a little loosey-goosey and it tends to work out very well. That's just how life is. We've got those times that are very precise and we have those times that are loosey-goosey, but it all works out. So, and then yesterday I was at a networking event, and we have this really cool networking group. And the idea behind the networking group is to get to know other people and their businesses, what they do and how we can best help them. And so we have to talk, and because we get such a short amount of time in these breakout rooms, because they put us into breakout rooms with 2, 3, maybe 4 people, usually 2 or 3, and you have to list one product or service that you have, just one. It's not turning around and say, oh, this is what we do, and we also do blah 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 blah. No, one product, because each time we go into a breakout room, we build on the previous topic. So we do this scaling thing. So you can't do that if you're talking about 10,001 products, but if you're doing one product. And it always brings me back to the thing of the more, and it comes back to being precise with like measurements and things like that. But when you are talking about one product or service, you are narrowing down, and the more specific you can get, the more referable you become. And people often go, what the heck? And in networking, when you're talking about, if you vomit up all of the stuff that you do in your business for somebody, they're going to turn around and they're going to go, well, I have no idea how to refer that person. They just gave me 21,001 things and I can't even remember one. But if you give them one thing, just one thing to remember, because when you're in a networking situation, you don't get a lot of time with people and things. So think about that. If you just give them one specific thing that you do and the benefit of that one thing, you will actually end up with more referrals, because people can remember that one thing. And it gets their brain ticking over as to say, oh, well, if they do that, I wonder if they do this, because that's kind of in the same thing. And so you then turn around and they come to you and say, hey, you know how we were talking the other day and you mentioned you did X, and you go, yeah. Well, I was thinking, and do you also do Y? Actually, yes, I do. Oh, can you tell me more about Y, please? Okay, so you're using that one thing to get them interested, to get them thinking. One thing. So when you're talking about networking, so I was talking about with my genealogy yesterday about how we unravel the mystery behind the family stories. So with family stories, you know how when you get together around the Thanksgiving table or get together at Christmas time or just have a family reunion, get together, and there's all those stories that come floating out about great uncle this or auntie this and cousin this and your grandfather, your great grandfather, and all these family stories that come out, and you often wonder, well, it's coming down through the family, so it's got to be true, but it doesn't really sound like it would be true. It sounds strange. And there's that quote by Mark. I've got to learn that little bit. It's always about how truth is stranger than fiction. That's why fiction makes sense. Because if you hear some of these stories, you're like, yeah, no, that didn't happen, because it was true. But most family stories start with a hint of truth in them. And so one of the jobs a genealogist can do is unravel those mysteries for you. And and somebody posted an article on my wall for me about these letters from World War II that were found under the floorboards in a hotel. And now they're trying to unravel the mystery of who wrote the letters, who were writing those letters. And they've got it narrowed down to one person it could possibly be. And he unfortunately died during the war, but he also had a sister, so now they're trying to track down the sister to see if he could possibly be the recipient or the writer of these letters. So it's very and who could have written the letters, and then I guess, and then what they'll do is when they find out if that, yes, it definitely was him because it was in the right place at the right time for those letters to have been received. If it was him, then who was the woman who was writing to him? And then going out and seeing if they can find any relatives from her family who may want the letters. So, it's really cool with stuff like that. And it's just another thing of genealogy that we can do is finding those hidden mysteries behind those stories. So think about it next time. When you get those family stories going, I wonder how true that is. And let's do some research to find out if they're true, if there's a spark of truth in them, or are they complete myth? So, some stories get passed down through generations. And like there's been family stories that have come down where we've been told that, this person was a twin, and we find out there's no record of a twin. We find out, there were several sets of twins in the family. We find out there was only one set of twins in the family. So you often wonder how and some of the myths and legends are based in some form of truth. So unravel those mysteries. I mean, are you a direct descendant of royalty? Are you a direct descendant of somebody who is historically famous? Okay, so I got to get moving because I got to take a DOG for a WALK. So what's our activity this week? We just shuffled up, pulled one out. Have a barbecue. Well, I don't have a barbecue. And I don't know how to cook on one. That is one of my goals this year, is to learn how to operate and cook successfully on a grill, because I miss my steaks. So I'm going to have to put that one back because, one, I don't know how to operate a barbecue. And two, I don't have a barbecue to have a barbecue on. So let's try another one. Let's see what we got here. Have a spa night. Ooh, been wanting to do a facial for a while. I think we can make that one. We're going to make that one happen this week. We've got traveling coming up this week. So today's the 11th. No, it's the 12th of March today. Always got to date these so I know that I've already pulled them out, because I have more than there is for a year in here. So we're going to be doing this one for a while. So this one is have a spa night. Have a spa night. I think I can actually manage that one, because I do have a facial mask thing that I've been meaning to do for a while and have not yet done it, because I keep going in there and I look at it and I'm like, I really can't be bothered right now. Oh, I've got to do this, I've got to do that. So maybe I will treat myself to a spa night. I have a basin and some Epsom salts, and maybe my feet can get soaked, especially after the trauma the right one's been through. That would be really cool. So I could soak my feet, put a face on, do my nails. Yeah, I could do my own spa night. Just thinking. Yeah, I might do that when I get to San Diego, because that would be nice after all the driving and everything. So, yay, I get to do a spa night this week. So, yeah. So we're leaving here on Sunday. So we've got 2 sleeps left here before we leave. We're going to stop at the vets on the way, and then we're driving down to Yuma, where we're going to be staying the night. And then we're into San Diego for 10 nights, and then then a couple of nights back to Arizona. So it's going to be a busy couple of weeks. So have a super fantastic sparkling day. Go schedule your own spa night this week. That'll be fun. Schedule your own spa and start thinking about those family stories. Are they true? Are they not true? Write down what you remember about the family stories, so it gives you a place to start looking. And then we can start looking to see if there's any truth to those stories. So have a super fantastic sparkling day. I'm about to go walk a dog, and before it rains again, because it's raining. It's going to be raining today. Yay! Just hope the wind doesn't come up, because then I could probably put I'm actually not going out much today. So but anyway, I got a very busy packed schedule again today. Tomorrow is all going to be about laundry, packing up the inside of the coach, so that we're ready. So Sunday morning comes, all we've got to do is pull cables, hoses, do the live, put the computer away, and then we can get on the road. Yay! I'll take Zeffie to her vet appointment, then we can get on the road after that. So she's got her annual physical coming up on Sunday, and getting updated on all of her shots and everything. And so she'll be good to travel, which is good because she'll sleep most of the way anyway. So that'll be really good. Yay! It's all exciting. Anyway, have a super fantastic sparkling Friday, and we will catch you guys later today. Hei konara!